Al Jazeera English is essentially looking for full-time students. We tend to take some juniors, mostly seniors, or graduate students. We're not looking for just summertime. We're looking for year-round. So we take them on a very traditional semester system. We stick with the semester system. The news department has very specific dates. Takes about 10 per semester. We can give you all the contact information for that. And it has a very specific setup for theirs. The programming department, which is everything else, currently in the Americas we have 3 shows: The Stream, Fault Lines, and Empire out of New York. All 3 of those shows use interns. All of these interns for both news and program are full-time. They get a $100 a week stipend toward, it's basically that they end up using for smart cards for the Metro. We don't mind, I personally in programming don't mind if they're 4 days a week, but we really want them committed to a long-term, full semester situation, because otherwise they just can't get the experience and they can't learn what's going on. In programming, they're going to do transcribing, researching, logging. They'll go on shoots within the metro area. They can pitch ideas, both to the Stream, both to Empire and to Fault Lines. They're all 3 very, very different shows. One's a discussion show, one's a social media show, and one's a current affairs documentary program. So they all do very different things. You can apply for any of them. The best thing to have, I think there's a combination of 3 to 4 things you want on a resume. You want to see a good education, basic education. Grades are not as important as some of the variety of classes. We want to see some television classes. So many journalism students come with nothing but writing, and that's fine, but they need some journalism classes. We want to see some experience outside the classroom, whether it be a semester abroad, or Peace Corps is a huge seller, or a year of working for a local station, or doing something other than the piece they did through their broadcast journalism class in the studio and on campus. And the third thing that I think is one of the most important things is some work experience that has nothing to do with relatives, friends, or projects that they did for school. I want to know that they worked at the local grocery store and had to show up for someone every day, get paid a regular paycheck, and work for the man. That's what we want to see. And so many kids don't have that. They've got all this great time, and they've never had a job. So they don't know that they got to show up here every day and be on time and be expected to be here and committed. I think that the experience that Al Jazeera gives people is incredible geopolitical, international connections that they're going to meet through people coming through the offices. Incredible documentary, top-notch documentary experience, social media experience, working in current affairs, working in news. And all of the internships can lead to, once you've interned at Al Jazeera here at this broadcast center in DC, you can apply for a fellowship, which is a 6-month paid fellowship. It's $2,100 a month. You are expected to do a lot more, and it's a definite next step toward getting work and employment. There have been a lot of changes in this broadcast center. This broadcast center is not hiring very much at all. We have a very tight group of producers, and Doha in the last, Qatar, the headquarters in the last year, has been going through a real change. During the Arab Spring, Al Jazeera just bloomed, grew very fast, and now that it's sort of going through the next level, they're thinking, okay, what do we want to do? Where do we want to be? What's our goals? They're working very much to revise and revamp and upgrade all of the technical engineering, tech ops, sort of operational parts. The staff is pretty consistent right now. There is work for interns who then go to fellows, who then can get some freelance work. We do that. I mean, we do hire them back as freelancers, as associate producers, researchers. That does happen. You know, once we get them into and we get to know them, we've had them come back for various positions or freelance, or help them move on to other recommendations, or suggested other avenues for them. I personally feel like we do a lot of mentoring here, and I think that's really important.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about why you said to me that you're looking for students who know Spanish and Chinese?
Some of the qualifications we're looking for, and not just in their resumes, but we don't particularly need kids who are fluent in Arabic. Lots of people are fluent in Arabic here. I don't have to speak any other language. We're not expecting it to be English and Arabic. We do constantly need kids who speak Spanish, kids who speak Chinese, Spanish because this bureau is for the Americas, so we have an interaction. We have bureaus in Miami, Brazil. Chinese just because that's where things are headed. So the more connection with other languages, it frequently helps to have Urdu or some of the Farsi or some of the other languages. All of that is helpful, not critical. Kids tend to think that they're coming to an Arab-speaking Muslim company, and that's not the case.